Hi everybody, I'm Ann with Kai Dragon Gardening and Cooking Channel, and I'm here with my little girl, Wendy, the wander dog. She likes to wander all over the garden, protecting Mama. She likes to do a lot of digging too when she shouldn't. Anyway, she's out here helping me today. So spam some hearts and some loving down below for Wendy. She really works hard, even when she gets in trouble for chasing squirrels and digging holes underneath the pots. And then I have to refill the holes back up so I don't break my neck. Anyway, that's my little girl there. It's October and I want to talk to you about the best fall cover crops for vegetable gardens so they will grow and prosper for you. Now, a lot of this is stuff that farmers and ranchers already know, and they already do this. So, as a gardener, you kind of need to know this information too. You may have some small areas that you can plant some of these things. So, whether you're a farmer, rancher, or gardener, you need cover crops. It's a good idea to plant cover crops because they rebuild your soil. They put nutrients back in the soil so that way your soil is better for you when you go to work it in the spring and plant your crops. Annual ryegrass is a great choice for beginners. It's very easy to manage. It's really good if you have an area that you do a lot of ground sowing directly into the soil. It's an amazing food for grazing and seed foragers. So, like, you know, your birds are gonna like digging around for seeds. But if you have chickens, ducks, geese, things like that, because some people do have chickens and other little animals in town that they're allowed to have in the city, or you know, you're out in the country and you have those type of things. It's capable of growing through wood chips. So like I said, it's excellent for gardeners who have chickens. Crimson clover is a favorite for those who have very small gardens. But the most common for gardeners to grow as a cover crop is the Austrian winter peas, field peas, because they're super hardy legumes that fix nitrogen issues in the soil. Also, faba beans and cowpeas are great. High protein forage that rapidly releases nutrients. Hairy vetch is a pretty but delicate plant. It grows vigorously, so you want to be careful where you plant it. Once it's winter killed, though, it dries wonderfully well, and it's great to use as mulch. So if you're planting it between rows like a lot of people do, so they can use it as a mulch later on, it works well for that. Tillage radish has a large taproot. It can break up compacted soil, loosen it for adding amendments. The foliage provides organic matter as well as springtime snack. Daikon radishes, they're an awesome plant to plant. They taste great. They're really good on sandwiches. We love them. I have never planted them before. I'm doing that for the first time this year, so we'll let you know how that goes. I did plant some other radishes early season, but once it got too hot, they kind of bolted on me before they got to maturity, and so that wasn't a good thing, but I did save the seeds. So just remember, as a gardener, your daikon radishes are really good for working up the soil. So and they usually, I think they only take a little over 30 days, so you still have time to probably get them in the ground. Winter rye comes highly recommended as a cover crop because it can be planted late season, even up to December. It suppresses weeds, controls erosion, and grows well in all types of soil. You'll notice that probably most farmers will do something like that. Or people who live out in the country and have fairly large gardens may do something like that. As a small gardener, like I said, in the city, you're going to rely more on your beans and peas to be your main source of cover crop, and your radishes. But make sure to plant those three. Other awesome cover crops will include barley, oats, balanza clover, triticale, amazing winter wheat, hybrid pearl millet, and of course the birds are going to like that. Sorghum's also a fantastic cereal grass that you can plant for a cover crop. Another thing that people don't think about because they don't like messing with them when the weather gets cold. Some people are done and they don't want to go out in the cold, but brassicas. Planting brassicas, and usually you probably should have already started those back in August, but they will grow into the winter months because they love the cold. And a lot of times you can do what's called hot housing, and you can take those clear polyurethane tarps and make hoop houses and cover them and have success growing them. I know my son last year, he took boiling hot water and put it in buckets and put it on bricks, and the bricks got hot. And of course the bricks got hot by the sun during the day, and it held the heat, and he was able to grow brassicas for several months. I think he grew stuff up until almost the end of December by doing that. So they break up the soil compaction, recycle nutrients in the soil, suppress weeds, and they do a lot more too. So hybrid forage brassicas are fantastic to mix with daikon radishes, cabbage, and mustard greens. They're also really good. Excellent choice for small gardeners. So there are things that you can plant as a cover crop and do your garden justice and help rebuild that soil. Hybrid brassicas are superior in biomass production. They have other wonderful traits. A larger leaf size, and it doesn't bolt as early when planted in the early spring. It has multiple regrowth cycles, so like your lettuces and stuff, you can cut what you need and let it still grow. It's really good for that. So, and a lot of people like putting some of the leaves in their salad and stuff. It makes for a great salad mix when you chop it up. So keep cover crops in mind. I did another video on cover crops, but I wanted to mention that these are the best ones really for growing in the fall, because in the fall you want to have your garden shut down properly, so that way when spring rolls around, your soil is ready and it's not zapped of the nutrients that need to be in there to get ready to start growing your plants for the next year, and so you have a successful garden. So make sure that you keep cover crops in mind, and get you some daikon radishes, get them in the ground. It's not too late. It's still not too late to plant a few beans and peas. Some of those things will still grow. And your brassicas, check the packages. Bok choy is another one, real good one to plant. And of course this time of year your lettuces, but your collard greens, your mustards, any of those, they're great to grow. They like the cool weather. Lettuces can even take the first frost and still be okay. So keep that in mind. Get some of those cover crops going so that way you have more success in your garden. Once again, spam some hearts for this little girl down here. She deserves it. She's been really good today. You could tell she's tired. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this video. I've enjoyed talking to you about this, and I've got some work to do myself because today's already the 2nd of October, so I did check, and looks like they are pushing the first frost date back, so that's kind of a plus. Gets me excited that I'm going to have a little more growing time. So, you know, we're really thinking about, you know, what we want to do for next year, and what changes we want to make. And it's amazing how, you know, as you get towards what people say the end of the growing season, really your fall growing is some of your best time to grow some of your best crops, and sometimes you have some of your best production. So don't give up. It's not over yet. Still get out there and sow and grow. Don't be melancholy. You're in the garden. Let us remain happy and prosperous. Anyway, I love you. You guys are great. I don't know what we would do without you. You make High Dragon Gardening, Gardening with Fire. You're special to us. Eventually we hope we can get to that first 100 subscribers, and then maybe get to 1,000 and keep on growing. But we depend on you to tell the people that you know that love the garden and love to go out and do different things. And once in a while I get a little corny and I'll tell little stories, because I do that as a writer too. I want to try and bring some fun into the mix, so it's not always just about gardening. There might be some puns along the way. So hit that notification bell so you know when we release more videos. Like, share, and subscribe. And you have a blessed day, and thank you for watching. Peace.